In a way, I guess you could call Soma his father's son. Wait, his father's son. Is that how you say that expression? Other parts can also say that it doesn't really feel like that. Well, either way, this is the Shokugeki no Soma chapter 282. Easy to summarize it, Soma is gonna participate in blue as expected, where he will very likely beat Asashi. The question is though, will he beat Erina? Well, we'll see, won't we? Now to tell you the long brief through, Giorgiro approaches Soma. Turns out that Soma was the son he was gonna approach. Well, the Asashi wasn't a son, it was just a pupil, although he did really call it that kind of pupil, I guess. So either way, they greet each other the typical way, and about many different things. It's during this time that Soma gets the nomination invitation of the blue. As the father and son begins to talk about the fact, Soma gets actually excited once he hears out that Suzuki was indeed Saiba Asashi, because there's all the more reasons for him to defeat him, as well as the fact that Erina is going to also participate in the blue. He will also defeat Erina. Well, you know that difficult stick. Two birds in one stone, is like he said it. However, it's during this time that Yoichiro actually questions Soma about some things. Because as we all know before, Yoichiro actually never wanted Soma to be a chef, nor did he want Soma to attend Totsuki. Because Yoichiro lost his passion for cooking when he was pressured too much. The experimental road he went on became too much of a hassle, and in the end he could no longer see what he actually wanted to do and what he wanted to feel. So he asks Soma if he wants to take over the Yukihara dinner one day, because Yoichiro has always believed that he would survive Totsuki and even become the first seat. But also is the fact that if Soma participates in the blue, then is the dinner really the last place for him to be there? So, but Soma is firm, I believe, that despite the celebrity status sometimes getting to his head, he has always been willing and always wanted to take over the Yukihara dinner after he's graduating middle school or something like that. So, he actually begins to say that he began to teach Soma the cooking styles when he was in his, well, way before he was in high school. Because apparently Sai Simon wanted Soma to attend even before Soma became a apprentice chef or something like that. So he thought Soma would give up with the cooking after having reached high school. But, well, as you know, Soma did not turn out that way. So in the future, Soma can become a chef that can serve food anywhere and anywhere if he actually does good in the blue. So he considers Soma his best accomplishment and is proud to be his father. However, Soma also says that but Soma just sees this as a challenge and says once again a big bragging motive. You know, so when Soma is dead serious about something, he always does, the biggest, bets. And so far he has survived all of them. The only question is he will do this. This time he says, if I don't win at blue, I won't take over Yukihara. Because he lost to Asashi, and he still cannot beat Erina, therefore they are above him right now. But Yukihara is not the place where Soma wants to retire, or something like that. Because Yukihara is for him a place that is the best place in the world. So therefore he wants to become the best in the world so he can lead it. Soma may sometimes feel a little bit ego swelling, but still he has some very humble attitude of the fact that yes, being the best of the best is not exactly a humble goal sometimes. However, the fact that he just wants to be the best so he can lead that very humble restaurant diner, that is actually pretty impressive, if at least for me. So well, with that, father and son have their sweet moments, as Soma is happy of the fact that his father is the same father he was. Also, Soma's friends have actually sat on the sidelines, waited for Soma to finish up. Seeing Megumi in the swimsuits, yeah, that was actually a very good treat. It's during this time that Yoshiro mentions that their kid is something because he reminds of you. Yes, Yoshiro is definitely talking about Miss Yukihara, because as we know, Yoshiro's real last name was Saiba, so the mother's last name must have been Yukihara. It's then that the narration says that the summer vacation of his second year of high school was not going to be peaceful and relaxed, because now he was going to be thrown into the fiercest, most brutal fights he has ever seen. A royal battle between the wild villain chefs of the dark, so to speak, as we see many silhouettes of the dark chefs, including those that has been on Asashi's side, including one guy who we haven't seen yet. He actually looks a lot like a clown monster. He even have sharp talons and pointy ears and bald head to even make it off. So what does that mean? That Soma is not gonna get a summer vacation, he's gonna spend all this time practicing for Blue? Well, either way, Soma's made the declaration, if he can't win Blue, then he won't take over Yukihara. So is that meant for us to say that Soma is gonna win? And where is his friends gonna fit in all of this? Remember that now Soma and Erina are the ones who have the invitations. And Erina is just gonna be there so she can, defeat Asashi for all of his incompetence. But Asashi has dug his own grave. This is where he will fall. However, the way the narration is saying it is saying that this is not, of course, not gonna be an easy battle. Of course not. That's what I'm trying to say is, it almost sounds like it's going to become dangerous. These are the dark chefs, and it seems to be a lot more than Asashi has let on. So yeah, something tells me this blue competition is gonna be a little bit of a dark blue. Wouldn't surprise me if they have life-threatening cooking matches just to add up the scareness. But you can give me your thoughts if you have any. What were my final thoughts on this one? Well, the father and son are pretty sweet. Although I'm still just worried about what will happen next. It wasn't a bad chapter, it wasn't a remarkable chapter, but it was not exactly that bad either. So yeah, again, you can give me your thoughts.